And that's all there is for the placement of the two shafts. Now we will be installing the head cover. I will just place it. In this case, this head cover is also the securing of the shafts down here. Make sure that when you install the cover, no wires or connector are stuck beneath it. Okay, the cover has been installed, and now we need to install all these these are a lot of screws. In this case, make sure when you lower this cover, to lower it evenly. So don't bolt everything down from one side and then the other side. Just start here, lower it a bit, and then the other side just a bit by bit, to lower it evenly. Alright, all the screws has been installed, and now it's time to install the spark plugs and the coils. Now that the spark plugs and the coils has been installed, now all the electrical wires and ground straps needs to be installed. These are the wires for the VVT, these two small ones. These are for the coils. And these ones are for the camshaft sensor. So let's install these ones. Do not forget the grounds. This needs to be installed too. For this car there are two, one here and the other one over here, and also the ground strap from the engine to the chassis. Now I will be installing the connectors for the injectors, and also the connector for the fuel rail sensor or fuel pressure sensor. And don't forget about this one, it's for the vacuum connected to the air intake box just behind here. Now the pipe for the coolant from the engine, is this one, must also be connected. It's just on top of the crankshaft sensor. Alright, this step is for the crankshaft breather. Should be connected here. This top side and the bottom side must be connected here. We are almost there. These are the last steps for the installation of the intake of the engine, the vacuum hose, the intake pipe, the computer and its filter, and also the battery box. We're almost done. The most important step now is to time the engine. So timing the camshaft together with the crankshaft. As you can see here, we need this tool. It's not a tool, it's part of the car. And these two indications here, one here and the other one here, is where the camshaft should align with. For the crankshaft, this line here should align with this on the engine. It's already aligned, so the only thing we need to do now is to align the camshaft. As you can see here, there's a notch on the camshaft pulley. So this notch should correspond with this here, and this is also the case on the other side. If that's aligned, and this one too, also the crankshaft, it will be possible to place the timing belt. Let's proceed. The timing belt has been installed, but for the tensioner I will show you this on the old tensioner. So as you can see here, this empty space here should be between one notch, which is installed on the engine. This here is for the tension itself. So when you install it, this is the hole for the screw, and this one, after installing the timing belt, will be needing a, how you call this, a Torx. You place it in here and you turn it. This turning is actually the timing or the tensioning of the belt. The same procedure here, what we have done, should be done on the engine itself. After installing everything, just turn everything twice clockwise to see if everything is still aligned. So again, after installing the timing belt and put it on tension, turn the engine twice clockwise and see if everything is timed again. If that's the case, congratulations. If that's not the case, release the tension and time it again until it's correctly. Otherwise we have difficulty starting the car. Now the following step will be to install the harmonic balancer and the engine mount and its bracket. These are the two 70mm bolts of the engine mount and the two 15mm bolts of the bracket. Alright, the harmonic balancer has been installed, the 30mm bolt nut and there's four 10mm bolts. The last step will be to install back this belt for the for the AC compressor. Remember to use this Torx bolt to pull it up and install the belt. And that's how you install this belt. Alright, for the last steps I will be installing the wheel archer cover and the wheel itself. And then I will lower or remove the jack stand and the jack. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the wheel and all the other parts has been installed. The coolant has been topped up, and now it's the moment of truth. Now I will be starting the car. Check for any leaks or different sounds. Alright, that will be all for the installation of a new head gasket. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Moz-Art. Thank you again for joining me and have a good one.